Hey guys, my name's Nace and this is my AGDQ 2018 submission video for Road Trip Adventure. This game was featured in AGDQ 2017, run by Konosumi. I was actually on the couch for that run, and I think this game definitely deserves a place in the next speedrun marathon you guys are putting on. So time will start in 3, 2, 1, go. A little bit of a mistake there, but this is Road Trip Adventure. This is a 2002 PS2 game, made in Japan. It's based on a series of Japanese toy cars, almost like Micro Machines. And yeah, it's an open world RPG essentially, but instead of being some fresh-faced youngster fighting bad guys, you are a car in a world inhabited by cars. The story of this game basically centers around the president of the world. He decides that he doesn't want to be the president anymore, so he's going to give up his presidency to the winner of a World Grand Prix that he's hosting. So basically the game revolves around traveling between towns in an open world, traveling between cities, and racing. And you earn money from the races, you can buy different parts, you can get teammates to race with you, but we're going to skip basically all of that. With a few interesting tricks that we have coming up. So to start off with, as you saw, I'm jumping straight into the water. This game is open world, and an interesting thing about it is the map loops over itself, sort of like a game of Pac-Man, where if you go off the screen to the right, you'll come out the screen to the left. So that's how the open world works in this game. And basically we're doing that now. We're going to be driving through the water on one side, and we're going to be coming out the other side to a place called Papaya Island. Papaya Island is the second last city in the game if you go sort of in the order you're supposed to, as the races here are the most difficult, or the second most difficult, sorry. You can go, as it's an open world, you can go to the cities in any order you want, but if you were to come here straight off the bat and try the races, you would sadly lose. So what we're doing is we're not coming here to race, we're coming here to get some rockets. Now, rockets are an item in this game. It's an attachment for your car that lets you go extremely fast. So we're going to be using those to pull off a few tricks, get some items, and basically win the race against the president at the end. That's the final boss of the game. Once you've finished all the Grand Prix, you get to race the president. But as I said, we're not doing the Grand Prix races. We're going to be using an interesting skip to get straight to his final race. So this is the Q's factory. There's one of these in every city, and basically these are the hubs. This is where you enter races, change your parts, save your game, and also quit the game. The only way you can quit this game is to go to one of those hubs, which is a bit annoying, especially for the marathon safety purposes that I'm going to be employing a bit later with some tricks. So once we've set our warp point there, because we need to warp back there a little bit later, we're going to be driving along this little dirt road, and there's a jump coming up that is a little bit too far to make for a standard car, but ooh, that was lucky. That was very lucky. That's not what I was supposed to do, but we got it anyway. Basically, that jump's a little bit finicky, and if you're not going fast enough, you won't make it across. You shouldn't be able to make it across either way, but there are a few little physics exploits you can use. This game has a lot of physics exploits. It's very broken in that sense, and I'm going to be showing off another one of those in a sec. But basically that jump, if you get your car, see how the car sort of tilted there in the air? When that happens, you're actually accelerating upwards for a little bit. So on that jump, if you're able to sort of tilt your car in the air by getting 2 wheels off the ground and 2 wheels on the ground as you're jumping, you're sort of propelled upwards and you're able to get across that jump. So we've just talked to Kurori. She's a character in this game. The house we went to earlier is Sandro's house. He's looking for Kurori, and we need to go and tell him that we found her. That's his wife. And we'll get a reward for it. So, instead of warping back though, we're going to be using this little exploit here, this little physics bug, to... It doesn't look like it wants to help us out here. That's a little bit unfortunate. This is a very finicky trick. Often it doesn't work. So hopefully we can get it. There we go. There we go. So basically what we did there is a wall climb. You're able to climb up walls in this game if you reverse. For some reason reversing in this game is very bugged. With certain parts you're able to go at like 2 times the normal driving speed. And then there you're able to reverse up walls which you normally wouldn't be able to drive up. So there we go, we found Karori, we helped out our mate Sandro, and he gave us the rockets that we need. So we're going to be warping back to the starting town, and we're going to be putting the rockets on. And then heading off to a place called Sandpolis. And I'll sort of explain how the rockets work along the way. Basically you hold down right 2 and you go very fast. That's about it. Except for one thing. You can see on the bottom right there, next to the speedometer, there is a little meter that's going down. That's the fuel meter. And basically, that gets sucked up very heavily by these rockets. So I need to really keep an eye on that and conserve that on our drive. This game does have fuel, funnily enough. Some items will use up your fuel more than others. That was lucky, we would have gone flying off the edge. Yeah, some items use fuel more than others, such as the rockets. These are the most fuel-consuming items in the game. But, yeah, different parts will use up your fuel. One of the interesting things about the game, though, is if you enter any building, you will be refueled, so you'll get your fuel back. So we're going to be doing that in this little city here. This isn't Sandpolis, this is just one of the cities along the way. We're going to be entering the closest and quickest to exit house, which is this one here. This guy basically wants some advice on how to keep his crop healthy, but we're not going to help him out there. We're just going to keep going. So, as I said, we're on our way. This is Fuji City. This is the second city, I think, in the game, and we're moving on to Sandpolis, which is the third. Oh, forgot to mention. In this game, there we go. In this game, there's a really nice soundtrack in this game, and while you're driving, there's radio stations. You can choose the radio station you want to listen to. The first one just basically has a bunch of different MIDI tracks, a good variety there. And this one is actually a bunch of compressed indie pop songs. There's 4 songs that sort of just like loop forever. And anyone that's played this game knows how just sort of like nostalgic and really nice to listen to they are. Oh. So this is the Q's factory in Sandpolis, and we're going to be making a safety save here. Now, in a normal any % run, you would go straight to where we're going now, but for the purposes of the run, I'm going to be saving. Where we're going is roulette. Now, this is the hardest trick in the game by far. It basically involves using a visual cue and like a couple of frame window to win some money. So we're going to be betting on number 3, standard roulette, but you can see the wheel spinning, and I'm basically just judging the speed at which the wheel is spinning and a visual cue that I'm looking out for on when to go. So this might be a little bit slow. No, we got it. First try. Wow. That would be crazy if that happened in the run. So we won roulette, basically. Since we bet on a single number, we get 18 times the amount we bet, which is 1,000. You start with $1,000. If we were to lose, we'd lose all our money, and you'd have to start the run again, because getting money takes a long time. So, now, we're heading off back to Papaya Island to buy some parts. So the reason we did roulette was because we needed to buy parts. And parts are quite expensive. especially the good ones that can be found on Papaya Island. As this is one of the last cities in the game, it's probably got the best parts available, or some of the best parts available. So we're going to be buying all those at a rapid speed. And now we're heading to the final city in the game, which is Cloud Hill. And the only way to get to Cloud Hill is by jumping over a waterfall onto that island that's dead ahead there. But there's a quicker way of doing it, because the waterfall you have to drive all the way around to get to it. We're just sort of going to go reverse up this wall. As reversing it... Oh, that's not good. That's not the way I wanted to do that, but we should be able to just get back on. I'm joking. I'm joking, of course. That's not going to happen. Sorry about that. We're going to have to go back around. The way water works in this game, with reversing and walls, is you have to sort of reverse out of the water first, and then turn around. If I were to go back into the water there, it would take me off the wall. So yeah, walls are nice in this game. Reversing is also quite nice in this game. So, here we are on this. I'll be jumping off this here. Basically just floating down onto the island. Not the best jump, but we made it. This is the teleporter to Cloud Hill. This is the final city in the game, as I said. And this is where we're going to race the president. So this is where the president lives. And we're going to be making our way there. Now, here's the Q's factory. Here we're going to be equipping those parts that I bought. Oops. Oh, there was one more I wanted to do. Sorry about that. There we go. So, this is Cloud Hill. Final city in the game. I think I've said that like 5 times now. But we're, the president's house, the White House, is over here. Very nice house. And this security guard, the gate man, he's going to help us get inside. I'm going to move him across there. And then we're basically just going to do this. Oh, not quite. I'll do the trick and then I'll explain how it works. Not quite again. I think I'm a little bit off. We're getting there, we're getting there. Slow grind. Ooh, no. I think that was it. I think that would have been it if I could talk to him. There we go. So, the properties of that gate are extremely weird. When you come out of that building later in the game, you sort of get pushed forward by the gate. And for some reason, if you talk to the guard man on the same frame as you bump into the gate, you'll be launched back. And as I said earlier, the map loops around itself, even in this city. So, we're going to be going all the way around to the other side, which is where the house is. We're going to be going inside the gate by flying around and going behind it. And here we are. This is the president. President of the world. And we're going to be racing him. This is the final race in the game. This is, yeah, basically close to the end of the run. So the president's quite quick. He's quite an avid racer. So basically, what I'm going to be doing is, yeah, trying to get this race done well, and also keep an eye on my fuel. Basically, going to be using it to accelerate out of turns. So this is quite a sharp turn, so we need to be picking up the speed right after it. Pay no attention to the outline of the map. It's nothing to see here. So yeah, we're coming up to the final, the end of the game. This has been quite a journey. Been a lot of fun. We've seen many sights. We've played roulette. We've gambled our money, and won. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, I guess. We have swum. We have climbed walls. We've done it all, really. And now we're racing. What a life for this young car. So again, just going to be keeping an eye on my fuel. Getting quite low, unfortunately, so the last lap is going to be a little bit slow. Yeah, using it to sort of accelerate out of turns rather than using it on the straight and narrows, because we're going fairly fast as it is. The President does have rockets, which is sort of why we need them here, but at the same time, it the parts we have make us go really fast, so we're sort of able to just cruise. Oof. I am not racing all that well right now, but that's alright, we're gonna get it done anyway. We're gonna beat the President, we're gonna beat the game, and we're gonna finish off this submission video for AGDQ 2018. And time is now. So 15:23. That's an alright run, especially for having to save at Sand Polis just to make sure we have money. Thanks for watching. I'm really stoked that this game got in 2017, and I really hope it can get in 2018. It's definitely a really fun run. A lot of potential for, you know, just great exploits, great glitches, and a whole lot of fun. So thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you next time.